Hi Internet, I'm Tango. I am apparently losing my voice, and these are Tango's takes. The take for today, Monday, May 17th, 2021, is alternate meanings, because, yep, we're working on the last day of symbols. So, over here, over there, over there. I will get this eventually. Excuse me. Is the symbol for wild. Now, wild, as we discussed 2 weeks ago, is a symbol representing the force for natural order. And we've talked about the different points around wild. What's order? What's chaos? What's balance? What do the points of the cones mean? What do the edges of the cones mean? How are those related to each other? Well, there's a dot and a circle still that we haven't touched in. So let's bring in all these other symbols really quick. We've got life. We've got faith. We've got spirit. We've got wonder. We've got hope. We've got dream. We've got passion. We've got rage. We've got rave. The purpose of the ring at this point should be fairly obvious. It's a reminder that these things are connected. In particular, with this group of symbols, the cones and the rings have a secondary meaning. Things at the end of the cones, say rage and rave, are very closely related to each other and can connect down to passion, or in. In is a better choice, to passion. And they're both more closely related to passion than they are to other things. But it is not impossible to transition from rage to dream, or from rave to dream. Though let's be honest, rave to spirit is more likely. But and we've covered the three triangles: top left, order; top right, chaos; bottom, balance. But that still leaves the dot in the middle. Now the dot, as some people pointed out, makes this whole symbol looks like it's some sort of targeting symbol, like a targeting icon, a crosshairs almost. And, well, okay, the target, the goal, as it were, is natural order. So, and I'll explain why this is purple in a moment. Oops, wrong one. The wild burst is a recursive symbol because the center point is itself. Natural order exists between these things. It's a goal. It's not guaranteed to exist. Now, that bright orange symbol is also my personal symbol. It represents me. But what does it mean when it's purple? Well, if you've seen my characters online, the first thing you'll associate the purple wild burst with, I go by Tango, but I also have characters called Tango. They write as characters. Character Tango has a twin. I do not. That twin is Waltz. Waltz is a force for natural order, much like Tango, but their approaches are very different. That color shift to a darker, harsher color in this case represents Waltz's darker, harsher approach to establishing, restoring, etc., natural order. A given symbol changing color should tell you something about the symbol. That color should be important. It doesn't have to be in every culture, but it should be, in my opinion. Modern age. Now, back when you're just stuck scrying on, like, carving into walls and pigments were near impossible to come by, color probably didn't matter at all. To indicate a difference there, you might rotate the symbol, or the position relative to another symbol could be important. Now we're getting into hieroglyphics. Symbols communicate information. That's what they're supposed to do, and they're supposed to provide a simpler understanding of a detailed concept, or a simple identification of a detailed concept. When I created these symbols years and years ago, I didn't intend to invent what could basically be the religion of a fantasy world. But the more I've looked at them over time, the more I realized that not only that's what it was, this is how I see the world to a degree. But I acknowledge that balance is not necessarily the goal. The concept that I haven't touched on here that I'll mention now and up until this point is we don't just have necessarily the existence of order and the existence of chaos, but they might exist at different levels. And just because something is balanced does not make it right. A situation where order and chaos coexist in an equal amount, but that amount keeps growing and growing and growing, is not natural order. That's a disaster waiting to happen. Balance is therefore the most obvious example of too much of a good thing. Now that you've got food for thought, I'll spare you all symbols for a while. Stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll catch you all next time.